Hey everybody, Jim Perry from Reach Stewartville here. Today's Reach Reflections video is brought to you out at Quarry Hill Park in Rochester. A few years ago, I had a young lady in class ask me, after hearing my family story of growing up, she asked me the following question: Mr. Perry, don't you wish that things had been different growing up? Don't you wish that you had lived with a different family or had different experiences or didn't see the things that you saw? To which I paused, and she said, "Oh, I know exactly what you're going to say." So I asked her a question in return. Do I get to be the person that I am today if I didn't experience the things that I experienced in my past? She knew the answer to that question. I am a firm believer that we are influenced by every decision, every action, every interaction, every event that happens in our lives. Now, I'm not saying that we're controlled by that, because I believe that we're not by any means. But I believe that there is a certain influence that happens by everything that happens to us. Sometimes those influences are big, sometimes they're small or minuscule, sometimes they are really, really positive things, sometimes they're really, really negative things. But the point is that I truly believe that we can draw strength, meaning, and purpose no matter what the event is. If it's positive, that we can draw strength, meaning, and purpose from it. That if it's negative, that we can also draw strength, meaning, and purpose from it. I've been influenced by many things in my life. Not only the way that I was brought up in the situation that we were in with extreme poverty and drug abuse and alcohol abuse and mental health issues and suicide attempts and arrests, but I've also sought out others to be positive influences in my life. Some of those people were teachers, some of them were coaches, some of them that were teachers and coaches became very, very close friends of mine and have been that way ever since. I've been influenced by decisions that I've made. I've been influenced by my career choice to become a teacher. I've been influenced by the inspiration that others I've watched have provided me. I've been influenced by family. I've been influenced by running. I've been influenced by Taekwondo. I've been influenced by Reach and my students and colleagues. Again, I firmly, strongly believe that as long as we try to draw strength, meaning, and purpose from all of those events, all of those interactions, all of those connections, that our life truly has meaning and purpose, that we become the person that we truly are meant to be. So again, my answer to her was, I don't get to be the person that I am if all of my past was taken away. I would gladly redo all of it again if I had to be the person I get to be today, to have the family that I have today, to have the job that I do and work with Reach that I do today, to be a runner, to be a Taekwondo student and instructor. I would gladly redo everything to have the things that I do today. My challenge for you, I want you to think about the influences in your life, not only the people in your life, but the events, the attitudes and choices, the decisions, the actions that you've had, and the influence that those events and those around you have had on your life. Take the time to thank those people who've had a positive influence on your life, but also think about maybe the negatives, the strength and meaning and purpose that you have made the choice to find in those events. Again, this is your choice. We are not determined by our past, but it can give us strength, meaning, and purpose, and help guide us to being the best versions of ourselves possible. I wish you well. Talk to you soon. So there is a bonus to go with this. Just after filming the video for Influence, Abby and I were out for a walk on our way back to the vehicle with Bentley, and we saw a cell phone that someone had dropped while they must have been out for a walk earlier in the morning. So we picked it up. Abby sent a text to the last text thread that was on it, not knowing who this person was. This person replied within about 30 seconds. It happened to be the owner's daughter. The problem was that the owner's daughter was in Massachusetts, so she contacted the owner's husband, who eventually ended up talking to the woman who owned the phone. At that point, this woman was already home and frantically looking for her cell phone there. So we made arrangements to leave it up at the Nature Center building out front. Because the building was locked up and closed, we ended up leaving it there somewhere safe, and Abby left a note on the phone along with her cell phone number in that text, just to make sure if there were any issues to give her a call. A little while later, the woman called Abby to tell her how her act of kindness absolutely made her day. So here's the thing. When we talk about random acts of kindness, sometimes it means that we go out and we look for things to do, but we have to remember that random acts of kindness sometimes put themselves right in front of us. They are opportunities to do things that are kind for people that just kind of by dumb luck happen to us. We have a couple choices at that point. Do we pass that opportunity by, or do we grab onto it and do our best to make someone else's day? I am so proud of my daughter for choosing the latter. I wish you well. Talk to you soon.